So I think we all saw what Woj and The Athletic and Shams all tweeted yesterday talking about Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, potentially their relationship being severed to the point of no coming back. So I really think that this was something that we all saw happening before the 10th, and I think that we all knew it was coming, especially when Mitchell went on Good Morning America and pretty much said he wasn't feeling Rudy right now. But let's talk about all of the possible trades that can possibly happen, because the Utah Jazz might be in some real trouble. So let's talk about it. So what is good, YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA. We are back here for another video. And like I said before, we're going to be talking about some of the best trade packages and landing spots for Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell. So if you guys enjoyed these kind of NBA videos, like it up and of course subscribe. Today, be expecting a double upload. Either that video is already out or it's coming out in a few hours. But regardless, man, I don't want to make this super long. Let's talk about this, because I truly believe that the Utah Jazz are in a really bad position. Now, we know how this started. Rudy Gobert initially tested positive for COVID-19, and then Donovan Mitchell went on to do the same. And it seems that most Jazz players, and of course Donovan was the one who actually got it on their team, but most Jazz players apparently are just not feeling Rudy Gobert right now. They feel like he was reckless because he was joking around, touching the microphones, and apparently he was in their shit. Like he was in their space, in their bags, in their belongings. He was all over them. And I know the best argument was, well, he didn't know what he had. How could he possibly know? He didn't do it on purpose. But I also understand it from Donovan's point of view as, bruh, even if you didn't have this disease that has killed thousands of people in the US, even if you had a common cold or just the flu, chill out. Like, and I do understand that. But one thing that I did see on Twitter was Rudy Gobert. Like, did you guys notice after Rudy tested positive how literally no one except Evan Fournier, who's also from France, actually like wished him well and wished him to feel better? Like, LeBron ain't say nothing, the role players ain't say nothing, but everyone was coming out of the woodworks to check on Donovan and check on everyone else, but for him, nothing. But anyways, guys, that's really weird. Like, that's kind of telling, because the NBA is kind of a brotherhood, and for them to not do that, they must all not be rocking with Rudy. I don't know. But regardless, as I said in the intro, we do want to talk about some of the top trade packages and landing spots. And I'm looking at Bleacher Report. They actually put out a list by Andy Bailey, and we're going to talk about some of the teams that they think that these players could potentially land on. Now, I gotta say, if I'm the Utah Jazz, ain't no way I'm trading Donovan Mitchell. He's already my best player. He's 23. Yeah, I'm choosing him, and he's a guard, and a guard dominated the league. I'm choosing him over Rudy Gobert, who's 27 and literally only plays defense. And Rudy's going to be expecting a max contract. I think it's this offseason. Yeah, I think it's this offseason or next offseason, because his contract is about to be up. Yeah, that ain't it. But Bleacher Report did put out a list, and I mean, let's see what they got to actually say, because I gotta be real. Like I said before, there's no way I am trading Donovan Mitchell. There's no way. He has more upside. He's the face of the franchise. Like, let's be real. This ain't a video to really bash Rudy, so let's move on a little bit and let's see what Bleacher Report has to say. See, obviously, does not appear salvageable according to Shams. And look, I don't know. And I don't know. Regardless, this could be a situation where they do got to make a trade, or who knows, they fix it. But regardless, this season for them, this ruins their season if they come back this year, because that chemistry is not going to be well. Like, it's not going to be good at all. And this was a team that was improving, especially during the stretch of the season. Like, this team showed that, yo, maybe maybe they were a team so where if injuries played a part, they could go to the NBA Finals. Yeah, if injuries played a part, but they look like a team that could have been a dark horse contender coming out west. But this is gonna set them back no matter what deal they actually make. So right now they're starting off with the Knicks trade. The Knicks think win now, and your boy Andy is talking about Rudy Gobert from Mitchell Robinson, Bobby Portis, Reggie Bullock, and a 2020 first round pick. Now for the Utah Jazz, this is a major W. They basically get a younger version of Gobert, Bobby Portis, who's actually a solid role player, and a 2020 first round pick from the Knicks. That's going to be a top 10 pick, potentially the second overall pick. If I'm the Knicks, Rudy Gobert is not worth that. And that's my thing with these trades. Even like, I would never trade a top pick for Rudy Gobert, because at some point defense is not everything. Like, I kind of want to make a video talking about defense and how people do overvalue it, but I think I'm going to save that because I do plan on uploading daily this entire week, so maybe I drop that. But this is a potential trade, and like I said, for the Utah Jazz, if they can pull this off, this is a major W. You have Donovan Mitchell, and with the 2020 first round pick, I mean, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, who do you want? Like, you got so many options on what you can possibly do with that, because it isn't to be a top pick. It's from the Knicks. Like, no matter what you do, that's going to be a major dub. Like, yeah. Now, I understand here where they said that this class is weak, but most players in the top 10 have a higher potential than Gobert, and even Mitchell does. So we'll see about that. The next trade that Bleacher Report is suggesting is Oklahoma City increases flexibility. Donovan Mitchell gets traded with Mike Conley and a 2020 first round pick for Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous. Andy, this is the first trade where I think it's legitimately a lose-lose. Like, I legit think that this is a lose-lose. So you want Utah to literally downgrade. So Utah goes from Donovan Mitchell, who could potentially end up. So wait. Utah goes from Donovan Mitchell, who could potentially at one point be a top 15 player in the league. They give that up with Mike Conley and a 2020 first round pick. Okay, they give away their franchise. The Thunder also take a massive L in this trade because they as well give up a first round pick and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I can argue that Shai and Mitchell's upside is very similar in Chris Paul. Now, the Chris Paul moving off of his contract is cool, but Shai for Mitchell or Donovan. All right, so basically this trade is Donovan and a first rounder for Shai, because Chris Paul's contract, even though Chris Paul is leading them to the playoffs, I think that's not a good trade. Like, I truly do not believe that that's a good trade at all. I'm not feeling that. The Mavericks add more international talent. Okay, Bleacher Report's lists are always so fun. Rudy Gobert for Dwight Powell, Tim Hardaway, and a 2020 second round pick. I think that this trade is actually a lot more realistic because, like I said, even though Rudy Gobert has been an all-star, he's won Defensive Player of the Year twice, I'm not sure what his value is to other NBA teams to where they want to trade top first round picks and players with insane potential. I think this trade makes sense for the Dallas Mavericks completely. And it's not a horrible trade for the Jazz, but it's not a very good one as well. And like I said, I wouldn't trade Donovan at all, but trading Rudy is so complicated because what is overvaluing him for the Jazz and what is undervaluing him for the Utah Jazz? I mean, Dwight Powell is a solid player, but Rudy Gobert is way better than him. And Tim Hardaway, what can he really help the Utah Jazz with? In a 2020 second round pick? And a 2025 first round pick. Yeah, so trade for an 8th grader. Nah, I'm not really feeling it. Now, that would make Dallas a dangerous team with a front court of Rudy and Kristaps, and oh my, that'd actually be a disgusting team. But that's kind of a L for Utah and a dub for and a dub for Dallas. Next, a swing for the fences. Donovan Mitchell for Michael Porter Jr. in a 2020 and a 2022 first round pick. Now, this trade is actually not. This trade's not that bad, but like I said, I wouldn't trade Donovan for any young player, because even though I think Porter could potentially be better than Mitchell in the future, he's still unproven at some certain level. Now, you guys are also going to be getting 2 first round picks from the Denver Nuggets, I would assume, and that team is going to always be like a 3-4 seed. I'm not sure about this one. Like, I'm really not sure about this. Like, Porter has the flashes to be insane, but that's still like a wash. Like, that's still super risky. But this is probably the best trade that Andy Bailey has suggested so far. So this is actually not that bad. So this one is for the Chicago Bulls, because they got a brand new GM. He's saying that this could be their first move. Rudy Gobert and Ed Davis for Otto Porter, Lauri Markkanen, Chandler Hutchison, and a first round pick. My goodness, this is a bad trade. Like, this is a really bad trade. Literally, the Utah Jazz just completely fleece. They fleece the hell. They fleece the Chicago Bulls. Yes, Rudy Gobert is awesome, but how does he fit in? So basically, they have 2 centers now. They have Wendell Carter and Rudy Gobert. They also give up Otto Porter, who's their starting small forward. Lauri Markkanen, who once again still can be potentially a solid player. Chandler Hutchison, who they took a few years ago, and a top 10 pick. Yeah, Bleacher Report, I gotta say, this ain't it. Now, personally, I do think that if Gobert was to get traded, I don't think that trade works with Donovan Mitchell. I do think that Mitchell won't get traded, but the Denver Nuggets work. I think Rudy Gobert would actually go with Denver very, very nice. So maybe a trade where the Jazz get like Gary Harris, Will Barton, and Porter, and maybe like a first. It's kind of a lot. Maybe they get like Will Barton, or maybe they get Gary Harris, Paul Millsap, and Porter, and a protected pick for Gobert and another asset on their team. I think that's way more realistic, because some of these trades and some of these teams, I just don't see them trading for him and trading a lot. Like, the only teams I can see doing that are teams that are literally on the cusp of becoming true contenders, and I think Denver's one of them. Denver does make the most sense. I don't think that the Knicks are going to do it, because the Knicks want a franchise player who can sell tickets and all that. Don't think Rudy's doing that. Maybe they try to trade it for Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, maybe they go for Donovan Mitchell, but like anything else, I'm just not so sure of. And then the Bulls, nah. But anyways, guys, I was reacting to this list, and I also gave you guys my suggestion. And let me know what you guys think about this entire situation. Where do you guys think Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell can get traded to? Let me know in the comment section below. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you go ahead and like it up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.